issue in the news, where we are reviewing a book that helps especially young people to let them succeed. Many young people in Cameroon have failed to achieve their dreams, and most have ended up just doing what they never intended to do. But in the book, 35 Days of Redefining Your Success, youth and adults who miss their life goals are shown opportunities to discover who they are so that they can recreate personal lives, careers, and business. Irene Ayuk and her guests, and she digs deep into the book, void of chapters. That is the particularity of that book. No chapters. Good morning, Irene.
Good morning, Peter, and welcome to Issues in the News. Today we're talking about a book review. This is about 35 Days of Redefining You for Success by Javnyuy Joybert. As we all know, we live in a country and continent where young people grow in an environment that shapes their belief systems and perspective about life in a negative way. And for years, Joybert observed how young people failed in achieving their dreams. Joybert believes that failing to observe oneself carefully is a sure pathway to remaining stuck. And so this book says that it is not enough to have a dream, but to become the person who make the dream to happen. So as I can see, the book takes the reader through a 35 days redefinition journey to become people of attitude, mindset, skill, and the ability to influence. Welcome to our studio, Joybert Javnyuy.
Good morning, Irene. I am so very excited to talk about my book with you.
So why did you write this book? What motivated you?
Well, Irene, the story about the why behind this book is so unique. Two key circumstances led me to go on a journey to write this book. It was a couple of years back, about 2016, while I was speaking in a conference in Accra, Ghana. We had about 500 participants in this conference. After my speaking session, a 56-year-old mama came to me and said, "Mr. Javnyuy, I wish I heard some of these key insights you have shared today when I was in my 20s. But I am extremely happy that my son was in this conference with me." Those words to her sent me on a quick journey, somebody wishing certain key truths that if she heard while she was still in her 20s, it would have changed the course of her life. The second circumstance was while in a conference in Bamenda. He was 60 by then, and he asked me, "How did you achieve all this at your age?" I think that was in about 2017. I started sharing with him. So these two very important circumstances and questions sent me into a journey, and the outcome of that journey was this book.
When was it published, and where was that?
This book was published 30th of October 2017 by Fed Printers in Buea. Although it was conceived in Kumbo, in South, written in Buea, published in Buea, and is being used across the continent by several people.
What has been the reaction of youths and also adults since it was published?
Well, Irene, the reactions, it has exceeded my expectations. Every adult, young person who sees or hears about this book gets a copy immediately. I wrote the book mainly for young people, but the book have created some new clients for itself. Like now, I have amazing mentors who buy the books for their mentees. One mentor told me that for so many years that he has been mentoring young people, this is the first time that he has a unique tool that he can use to mentor young people who are his mentees. So I have mentors who place 25 copies, 30 copies, 40 copies to use with their mentees. And I have also had CEOs, directors who buy the book to use it as part of talent development in their companies. And so they buy it as special gift for their team members, for their employees, board members. So they see that it's a very important tool they can use. The outcome and the reaction have just been extremely amazing.
When you thought about writing this book, was it for profit making?
Well, I definitely thought of making profit from this masterpiece because I actually was so confident it's going to sell. But after the success the book recorded over the couple of months, I and my team, we decided that we're going to treat this book as a product of CosDev Group Social Innovation Enterprise, so that we use the proceeds of this book to cover cost of providing our world-class coaching and strategy sessions to young people who can't afford for free.
So many books we have around about becoming successful, yet people or youths don't change. They read and get nothing from it. How is yours different?
I definitely agree with you, Irene, but I think so much is changing. It's just that it changed and remains inside. It does not go towards the action-oriented direction. That's why the unique thing about the content of this book is that it does not only teach you what success is, it teaches you how to succeed. So many amazing books end with just teaching you success principles, but now this book goes further. That's why I call it a tool, assists you how to do it, be more effective. So this book takes you from a place of just reading and enjoying to a place of understanding and taking actions through life applications each day, in the morning and in the evening. And Irene, keeping ourselves trapped in outdated patterns of thinking and action is a breeding ground for failure, getting stuck, burnout, and depression.
What are some of the positive and negative criticisms from people we know that cannot be lacking?
Well, in terms of negative criticisms, well, they may have come, but maybe in a more funny way, because this book is not like an average success book. So it is innovative, it is unique in the way it is structured, the objectives, the outcomes are totally different. People who are so comfortable in the killing zone feel like giving up, because it is a 35 days journey of commitment, determination. You will need to put yourself in a position that I am ready for change and I need to go through these 35 days to experience something different.
What do we find in the book that makes the book so interesting, and why do you think anyone should read it and pass it on to another?
Well, Irene, the book has the ability of teaching you how to become after 35 days, how to harness your strength and your abilities and have a meaningful and extraordinary result. The book teaches you a system to success. I am from the school of thought that believes that there is no secret to success. There is a system to success. There are things that if you do, you're going to experience success. So this book teaches you the system that if you take consistent actions, you're going to experience that success in your career, in your business, and in your personal life. Many people are driven by fear of mistakes, so they focus more on preventing errors than seizing opportunities. So this book takes you through a 35 days journey that teaches you how to master the art of fear, of failure, and use it for your own benefit. You become the person who attracts opportunities.
Joybert, tell us about the content. How many pages, chapter, just to present the book?
Well, Irene, I designed the content of this book around two vital things: personal effectiveness and self-leadership. These are two fundamentals in life. It is more important to become the person who can make that dream to happen. Many young people tend to just be busy, but they are not productive. So this book puts you into a position whereby you dedicate effort to goals that get you the result you want. So it's not in chapters. It's a 48-page book with 35 days daily redefinition tools, morning and evening. The user won't spend another moment dreaming about a better career or a better life, but they will start creating one.
Have you written other books?
Yes, I wrote my first book in 2015 titled How to Confront the Limit. I sold about 500 copies in my conferences and training seminars in Cambridge.
Have objectives been attained since you wrote the book?
The key objective was to provide an innovative tool that would change the life course of every young person who uses it. And we have had remarkable testimonies of the hundreds of young people, young entrepreneurs who have used the book. They keep sharing with us their testimonies and how their lives have changed.
How do you go about making this book known to more young people in Cameroon and elsewhere?
I and my team, we have not organized any official book launch. There is no plan yet for that. The only strategy we had in making the book launch was through social media and my numerous speaking engagements across the country and across across the continent. So the book is being promoted on social media, 10 to 20% promotion, but mostly the books are being sold and promoted in conferences and workshops and trainings. The book currently is making sales in 4 countries now, and we're hoping to scale more as we get more speaking engagements and training programs across the continent.
Tell us about the future of this book, targeted population.
Irene, if you look carefully at the top right of the book, you will see the written African Youth Series. So this book is a series. I want to use this book as an innovative tool to address key things. So this is the first series. There is a plan to revise this copy so that I can launch it nationally and internationally too. I had a unique experience in Atlanta, in Georgia, while I was in the States. I took a couple of books there. Just about 2 months back, an elderly man sent me an email saying that, Joybert, if they told me that the book that would change the course of my life would come from Africa, I would have said, damn you. And I want to share with you some 6 things that have changed already in the lives of people who have used the book. The users no longer let challenges stand in their way or diminish their drive and dedication. Every young person that their drive and dedication is affected in life, his success will be far-fetched. They have a game plan prepared for what they will do each day. If each single day you don't have a game plan prepared for that day, you have issues making it. They get up every single day and they face the day unafraid of failure. Irene, failure has aborted many dreams in this continent more than any other thing. But if you come to a point in life whereby you get up every single day and you are unafraid of failure, you can do a lot of stuff. They don't follow the crowd, rather they follow their dreams. When you use this book, after 35 days, you are redefined spirit and soul and mind. They make better decisions and shape their path forward. My definition of witchcraft is that where young people in Cameroon, young people in Africa make the wrong choices, the wrong decisions, but expecting the best out of life in a couple of years to come. It does not happen like that. You're a product of your decisions and your choices. So the user of this book, they're able to make better decisions and shape their path for the future. They are now productive through strategy and planning too. So there's one thing to be busy, but there's one thing to be productive.
Finally, how would you recommend someone to read this book?
You will see on the second page where I said, don't start with day 1 if you are not ready to commit yourself to complete this book. This book requires personal responsibility and accountability. Fortune favors the prepared person who continues to take positive action in spite of all the setbacks. If anybody is ready to take actions towards something better and bigger, then this book is your perfect tool and companion for the next 35 days. For those who need a copy of this book in Yaoundé, you can contact me at Javnyuy Joybert, a source, Yes Cameroon office, or you check me out on Facebook, Javnyuy Joybert.
Thanks very much, Joybert Javnyuy.
Thank you so much, Irene. It was such a privilege to be here today.
And that's it for Issues in the News. Peter, back to you.
Thank you very much, Irene. So many things to learn from that interview. One thing is to be busy, and another thing is to be productive. And another advice, don't follow the crowd, follow your dreams. Irene Ayuk with that book review that is intended to help young people to create personal lives, careers, and businesses.